All right, right now in the five series, we're going to look at African records with Latin rhythms. All right, this is an interesting one because you know the history of Latin music, i.e., salsa, samba, um, rumba, cumbia, marimba, and so on and so forth. I know there's more to Latin music, but those are the general popular um, genres. They come from the slave trade. African slaves brought those rhythms over to Latin America. They brought their rhythms and their sounds, and I guess the locals picked up on it and created their own thing and added their own stuff to it, but it comes straight from Africa. So it's interesting when I find these records. All right. So anyway, we're kicking it off with Amanda Balek from Burkina Faso. I grabbed this record at Superfly in Paris. I was running around really, really quick. Superfly is a store in Paris that's known for carrying great records, but they have a speciality in African records. And I found this record. I didn't give it a listen. I just grabbed it because of the New York tag. I took it home and listened to it, and I was like, "This is like Latin." And at first, I was like, pulled off by it, but it's grown on me, and it's a great record. Amadou Balak out of Burkina Faso. This is Afro Latin Soul, the great mulatto at Satke, the Ethio jazz pioneer. With this record, he mixes like Ethiopian vibes with American vibes and Latin music. So it's got this, hence the Latin soul feel, like Latin America, but it's got the Ethiopia, like the Ethio jazz kind of draw to it. It's a great record, a really loungy record, the epitome of a loungy record. It's really cool. It's kind of record you throw on you've got a dinner party going, you throw it on. It's really cool, relaxing. Orchestral TP Poly, Riffmo, great band. Cannot stress it enough. Absolutely fire, absolutely funky, and I wouldn't say this whole record is Latin, but it's got Latin vibes. There's a track on here called Semesa, I think it's called, which is straight up salsa. This band, I cannot stress it enough. Get into it, get involved, as the great James Brown said. We're out of Benin. Benin. There you go. Here we go. This record is out of Tanzania in Goma. I guess he was fascinated with Cuban music, and he went on to create this record, which is like um, based on an old Cuban um, marimba sound. It's a beautiful record. You'd never guess that this record comes out of Tanzania unless somebody told you. You feel like you're in a 50s Cuban dance hall. It's such a precious record. It's such a beautiful record, and it's got a great cover, and I love it. And last but not least, France Duke. This gentleman is out of, I think he's from the Ivory Coast. And this is like a salsa vibe record. Salsa, rumba. It's a really cool, dope record. It's literally called Colombia. So that kind of gives you a hint. But anyway, great record, great vibes. African records that sound like Latin records. But if you know the history, you know what it is. All right. We're Hi Fi Recluse. The label is Good Fine Records. Let's get it.